Hi everybody, Devo82, Public Enemy Clan here. You've got Shaikot Mountains. We just start at the beginning. I've just managed to come down the mountain. I've had to trim it out slightly just so I could fit it onto YouTube. Joining me today is Nooglez, also from Public Enemy Clan. One of the best you can actually get at the game. This is the most difficult part of Shaikot Mountains. The opening objective, you can quite easily get spawn trapped here. I have to apologise if my gameplay is not very good at the moment. Television is set to 480p resolution so I could actually record. This is the first recording I've made with my Pinnacle Dazzle. Usually you watch the game in HDMI and it's crystal clear, but not very good picture sharpness, and unfortunately I couldn't really make out targets very well. That was a good kill though, just defending the front of the helicopter. Just about here is when you get a lot of the enemy like to come down. I've also got Nooglez off to my left at the moment. I can hear him through my headset. Tell me if you can see anybody running down. You usually do get quite a few people running down there. I do believe my weapon of choice today is the M16. Always go a rifleman when attacking on Shaikot and also the airfield as well, simply because smoke grenades are absolutely essential if you are looking to plant objectives, especially in the first objective here at Shaikot, trying to come down the mountain. You will get sniped unless you actually set them off. Also very useful for the third objective as well. So I'm just sitting in this hollow just now. You can see the bar going up. There's no point in me sticking my nose out at the moment. Securing the objective, all that matters. If the bar stops moving, then I'll stick my nose out. You can also see I'm looking up in the cliffs here. That's quite a popular spot for enemy snipers to hide out. They blend very well in the background and it is very difficult to actually make them out. So that's the objective taken. Let me push on to the second objective. Coming up to the triangle of death there, and I didn't see him. It's very well camouflaged against the rock, and also very poor picture quality on my screen. I will keep saying that anytime I die. Very poor picture quality, it wasn't my fault. Instead of going through the triangle, I've decided to bypass it. Try to jump over here. There's always somebody hiding at the bottom, but I get taken out. You can see already Nooglez is leading the scoreboard. I don't think he ever comes off being top. In fact, there's not very many games that I've played that Nooglez isn't top. Notice fire coming in from the right, so I put down some fire, make them move. It gives me a chance to get in to the caves here, and this is where you really need to start popping your smoke, just here. You always have enemy the other side of this cave, and they do like to chuck grenades in like that and take you out. You need to be quick pushing into that so the enemy can't defend it too well, too high up. The good thing about being in that cave is you're right beside an ammo crate, so if you do use quite a lot of smoke grenades you can immediately replenish yourself. And you can see here there's somebody sitting at the bottom of this hill with a machine gun just firing straight into the cave. As soon as you move out you're going to get hit, so had to wait till there was a lull in the fighting. Came out, managed to, no I didn't get him, I get taken out by a sniper. I thought I'd gotten him there. And you can see here's a little opening that leads you down to the caves, which is an excellent place to drop down and try and plant the charge. You can see if there's anybody camping behind. I just moved down, plant the charges, and I'm looking out the cave at the same time, but I didn't look the right way. There was somebody out on the right hand side. I thought some of my teammates would have cleared that, but they hadn't. But the charges are still being planted, and that is what you're meant to do when you're on the attack in this game. You're meant to plant charges. You're not all meant to sit about camping. Had a look there. I knew there was somebody out to the right because they'd taken me out when I went down to the cave. Not very good shooting for myself. Again, as I said, couldn't really see anything on the screen. I turned around and just too late get taken out by PKM machine gun. Very frustrating when you get killed by one of those because they can be quite inaccurate weapons. As soon as I say that, get taken out by another one. So I like to come out a different way this time. I see there's somebody camping in there. accidentally changed weapon by mistake. I was trying to plant the charges, and as a result couldn't aim my gun properly and get taken out. Back down to the objective. It's always good just to stick your head down just to see if there is somebody camping down there, then send in some smoke, which means they can't snipe you from the outside. It's random fire if they manage to get it in. Here comes a grenade, takes out our teammate. I'm just looking to see if anybody rushes in and tries to camp. It's not the case. Another smoke grenade to try and lay down cover. Now I think my teammates are going to be able to go in there and set it, so I decided to set up on the left flank here to try and stop anybody coming up and stabbing us in the back, which actually happens quite a lot when you're round about this area. If you're not paying attention, you can get snuck up upon. Again, trying to make somebody out from long range, managed to take him, but he takes me. They're the most frustrating kills when you take somebody out, but they get you at the same time. And this is the worst part of the game, spawning all the way at the back. I don't understand why anybody would snipe in this level when they're attacking. There's no need for anybody to spawn all that way back. It can be very frustrating when it's just you, maybe somebody else trying to plant the charges, and all you've got is a team of 10 snipers doing absolutely nothing to help the team out. Not the best shooting from me there again, but I see Nooglez, so I decide to follow him. I think he gets killed. In fact, he shouts out to me that there's somebody out to the right. If he did, he shouted out to me and I saw him, but he was too quick in the draw for me. Not very many people use the F2000. It's one of the games you can, one of the guns you can unlock during the game. Yeah, I think it's maybe its long range accuracy is not very well liked by people, and I just wasn't quick enough aiming to take him. Again, taken out by the machine gun. Seemed to have some sort of theme occurring. A lot of people don't actually like Medal of Honor as a game. I think it's actually a fantastic game. I was able to take him out there because he didn't move. Once you start shooting somebody, you need to move position. You can't stay in the one place because you will get taken out. That was actually quite a good shot by me there because I couldn't actually see very well, and I know somebody was up there as well. That little wall there just to the left, you can actually blast it and get it out of the way so you can go in. And just to the left as you run in here, this is where I'm going to go. There are usually quite a lot of campers to the left. I get taken out here and I don't know why, because I thought I'd cleared to the left, but it turns out I get shouted at by Nooglez later that he can see somebody on top of that roof outside opposite the objective. So right above me just now there is actually a sniper camping up there. As soon as we run to the objective he takes us out. Again, this is a good little spot here for campers to be. I don't understand why I'm putting smoke down. I think I run out again to plant. I don't understand why I'm getting shot in the back. There you can see me getting shot again when I was planting. Same guy again. And it's round about this point I realise I've got to go outside and try and get him. Again, pretty poor shooting by me, but managed to get him in the end. Some smoke. I realise he's out. I thought he was here at first, but I go outside and then I realise he's up top somewhere. I can't see him. I take the opportunity to shoot somebody, which is always good. That is the objective of the game, shooting the opposition. Gives you a nice warm fuzzy feeling inside to get a headshot. You see the scoreboard, they're not doing very well there, but 14-19 is actually not too bad for somebody that can't see what's going on. You wouldn't send Stevie Wonder into battle, would you? Or maybe you would, I don't know, it depends how sick you are. Taken out again from behind, same person. Absolutely lose it at this point. I'm sure most of you had some form of game rage where you get tunnel vision and you just want to get the guy that got you. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm sticking my nose out to see where he is. I'm trying to see if I can get up this way. I've never actually tried it. I've seen people up here before. Some people think you might actually have to do a buddy jump to get up. I think what you actually do is you go up to the roof to the right hand side via the steps, and I think you can jump down. Then I have a try this way, which doesn't work very well either. Can't get him. I soon get a shout that, from Nooglez that he's taking somebody out. I just take this opportunity to peer around because I know there'll be people up sniping up here, so I think he got a wee fright. He wasn't expecting that, and I get somebody else as well, so that's 2 for 1. The actual assault rifle is a fantastic rifle. Really good long range accuracy. You can set it up wolfen tip bullets if you want. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, just depending. If it's long range, if you don't have open tip bullets, you can get headshots quite well with them. Open tip are a bit less accurate. Bad shot from me, but he doesn't realise who it was that shot him. Somebody will come around the corner and take him out again. You do get snipers at the top there. Always clear. Behind me to the left there, you do get people camping at the back, and you can't see them because of camouflage. And also just to the ledge up on the left here, you usually get somebody, but I know there's not somebody there, and I get sniped from the right. My fault for being too keen, and I was ahead of the rest of my teammates. Take it a bit easier this time. You can see the shots coming down. It's one advantage of letting some of your teammates go first, is they get shot before you. I can't actually see who it was that was shooting me. I couldn't see it at all. Take a different tack at this point because I spawned on the right. You can actually shoot the enemy's feet through this cave sometimes as well. They also sneak up through that door. Just taking it quite cautiously. Again, smoke grenades, they are so useful in this game. You really need to use them. Now that was a good shot from me. Pleased with that one. Took him clean out. I know they're going to be coming from the right, and they don't always expect somebody to be up this far when they're coming out their spawn. Whenever you see somebody popping smoke, fire into it if you can. I was too late getting my sight back down, they're able to take me out, but if somebody's popping smoke, chances are somebody will be coming through there at some point. Again, behind Nooglez, he gets taken out. Batting behind to get the kill, but I get taken out as well. Some quite good shooters on the opposition. Either that or I'm just sticking my head out too far. So on to the last objective in the game. He's just stuck his head out too much. I can see him silhouetted quite clearly. I managed to get him, and again as a machine gun takes me out. I'm not having any luck with machine guns at all this game. So we finally managed to get a support action, but it's just a mortar, so I take the intel. It's more advantageous at this point, just in case there's anybody camping around any corners. It helps out my teammate. It lets them get straight on the objective without getting shot in the back. Getting some smoke. This is a spot, and this is a good kill. You don't see this very often, but one of the opposition was smart enough to place an IED there. I used to do that when I was a sniper a lot as well. I'd place the IEDs at the objectives, but the problem I discovered was I'd actually end up being too far away from the IED when I tried to set it off, and it just wouldn't go off. All you can do at the end of this game, everybody's cramped into one tiny area, you've all just got to go for it, arm the charges, which is what you're meant to do when you're on offense, and then he just runs right by me. I swing at him, miss him. You can see that wee guy behind me just looking good. What's going on? Don't just look, shoot him. Don't let me get stabbed or shot by a shotgun. But I set the charges, that's what's important. You will get killed at this bit. There's nothing you can do unless you're an absolute coward. But I ended up with a fairly decent kill ratio. I mean, 21 kills on this level is actually quite good. So that was that, and it was thanks to Nooglez that we basically won that level because he was fantastic as usual. So thank you very much for watching. It's Devo82.